Welcome to my podcast. Today I'll be talking about the final NFL playoff picture, and I also preview the NFL wildcard matchups. This is the NFL playoff picture. In the AFC, you have the Kansas City Chiefs in first place, the New England Patriots in second place, the Houston Texans in third place, the Baltimore Ravens in fourth place, the LA Chargers in fifth place, and the Indianapolis Colts in sixth place. In the NFC, you have the New Orleans Saints in first place, the LA Rams in second place, the Chicago Bears in third place, the Dallas Cowboys in fourth place, the Seattle Seahawks in fifth place, and the Philadelphia Eagles in sixth place. Wildcard Preview. In the AFC, the Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots have a bye. In the NFC, the New Orleans Saints and the LA Rams have a bye. AFC Wildcard Games. The first AFC Wildcard game is between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. The game will be played on Saturday at 4:35 p.m. on ESPN. Key players for the Houston Texans: Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, Lamar Miller, J.J. Watt, and Davian Clowney. Key players for the Indianapolis Colts: Andrew Luck, T.Y. Hilton, Eric Ebron, Darius Leonard, Kenny Moore, Jamal Sheard, and Adam Vinatieri. This matchup features two red-hot quarterbacks in Andrew Luck and Deshaun Watson. In the last 6 weeks, Deshaun Watson threw for 1,301 yards and 8 touchdowns. He also rushed for 276 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns, while Andrew Luck threw for 2,121 yards and 13 touchdowns in the last 6 weeks. Despite the Colts having a better quarterback, the advantage goes to Houston, who has a much better overall team. The Houston Texans win if Deshaun Watson can dominate offensively and J.J. Watt takes over the games defensively. The Indianapolis Colts win if Andrew Luck continues to dominate and the defense can step up. My prediction for this matchup is that the Houston Texans win 28-24. The second wild card game in the AFC is between the Baltimore Ravens and the LA Chargers. That game will be played on Sunday at 1:05 p.m. on CBS. Key players for the Baltimore Ravens: Joe Flacco, Lamar Jackson, C.J. Mosley, Eric Weddle, Darius Smith, and Terrell Suggs. Key players for the LA Chargers: Philip Rivers, Melvin Gordon, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Melvin Ingram, and Derwin James. The Baltimore Ravens have a great defense and a solid rushing attack, but their quarterback situation is something to keep an eye on. With how good Lamar Jackson has been playing, it will be really tough to not utilize him in any capacity. The Chargers are perhaps the least talked about 12-4 team. There isn't anything flashy about them, but they get the job done. This is a matchup between two very good teams. It is definitely a game to keep an eye on. The Baltimore Ravens win if they play great defense and Joe Flacco is playoff Joe Flacco. LA Chargers win if Philip Rivers takes over the game and they play great defense. My prediction for this matchup is that the Baltimore Ravens win 28-24. NFC Wildcard Games. The first NFC Wildcard game is between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. That game will be played on Saturday at 8:15 on Fox. Key players for Chicago: Khalil Mack, Hakeem Nicks, Kyle Fuller, Eddie Jackson, Jordan Howard, Tariq Cohen, and Mitch Trubisky. Key players for the Eagles: Nick Foles, Zach Ertz, Alshon Jeffrey, Golden Tate, Fletcher Cox, Michael Bennett, Brandon Graham, and Doug Peterson. Even though the Eagles are defending Super Bowl champions, they have the odds stacked against them, as they are facing possibly the best defense in the league, led by Khalil Mack. Nick Foles had a miracle run last year. Will he be able to do it again this year? The Chicago Bears win if they play great defense and Mitch Trubisky makes a difference. The Eagles win if Nick Foles plays like a playoff MVP and their defense plays great. My prediction for this matchup is that the Chicago Bears win 24-17. The second NFC wildcard game is between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. That game will be played on Sunday at 4:40 on NBC. Key players for the Cowboys: Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, DeMarcus Lawrence, Leighton Vander Esch, and Jalen Smith. Key players for the Seahawks: Russell Wilson, Chris Carson, Jaron Reed, Bobby Wagner, Frank Clark, Bradley McDougald, and Pete Carroll. The Dallas Cowboys have been on a roll lately, winning 4 of their last 5 games, while the Seattle Seahawks have won 4 of their last 5 games heading into the playoffs. This is possibly the most intriguing wildcard matchup. The Dallas Cowboys win if Zeke and Dak dominate the game and the defense steps up. The Seattle Seahawks win if Russell Wilson plays amazing and their defense is dominant. My prediction is that Seattle wins 28-24. In my next podcast, I preview the divisional round playoffs.